Hi, I'm Jack. I work at this small graphic design agency downtown called Pixel Perfect, where I've been busting my ass for the past 3 years. Not exactly living the dream yet, but I'm paying my bills and building my portfolio. My apartment's nothing fancy, just a one-bedroom with barely enough space for my drawing tablet and gaming setup, but it's mine, you know? My phone buzzed while I was finishing up a logo design for a new client. It was a video message from Aunt Carol. Weird, since she usually just texts when she needs something. I tapped play without thinking much of it. Is this recording? Robert, I don't think it's recording. The camera shook as it panned around my parents' living room. I recognized the tacky floral couch Mom insisted on keeping since I was a kid. There they all were, Aunt Carol, Uncle Robert, my cousin Megan, and my parents, Linda and Michael, all sitting around drinking wine and laughing. A family gathering I clearly wasn't invited to. Oh, it is recording. Let me stop. But she didn't stop it. Instead, she put the phone down on what must have been the coffee table, giving me a perfect view of everyone. So, Jack's still doing that computer drawing thing? Uncle Robert asked, making air quotes with his fingers. Dad rolled his eyes. Graphic design, that's what he calls it. 3 years and barely making more than when he started. Well, not everyone can run a successful business like you, Michael, Aunt Carol chimed in. My stomach dropped. I couldn't stop watching. Remember when he wanted to go to that fancy art school? Mom laughed, sipping her wine. Thank God we talked him out of wasting money on that, though this isn't much better. At least Megan is getting her MBA, Uncle Robert said, patting my cousin's shoulder. Some kids just know how to make their parents proud. Megan smirked. Well, someone in the family has to be successful. I just don't understand where we went wrong with Jack, Mom sighed dramatically. He's just such a complete disappointment. They all nodded in agreement. The video continued for another minute of them picking apart my life choices before it cut off. I sat there, staring at my phone, feeling like I'd been punched in the gut. These were the same people who told me to my face they were proud of me. The same parents who acted interested when I showed them my designs. Complete disappointment, that's what they really thought. My phone buzzed again. Another message from Aunt Carol. OMG, wrong person. Delete that. Was meant for Robert. Too late, Aunt Carol, way too fucking late. I called Ellie. She's been my best friend since college and the only person I trust right now. Hey, what's up? You won't believe what just happened. My voice cracked embarrassingly. Jack, are you okay? You sound terrible. Can you come over? I need to show you something. On my way. Want me to bring that disgusting pizza you like? Despite everything, I smiled a little. With extra pineapple, please. You're lucky I love you. Be there in 20. I hung up and watched the video again. Every word was like a knife. But underneath the hurt, something else was building. Anger. Pure, focused anger. They think I'm a disappointment? Well, they haven't seen anything yet. Ellie and I met at Brood Awakening the next morning. I needed out of my apartment after last night's breakdown. I still can't believe what they said. Ellie pushed my phone back across the table. Your own parents? Two-faced much? Remember when Dad claimed to be impressed with my portfolio? Total lie. And Uncle Robert's sports logo that looked exactly like yours? Bingo! He straight up stole my design. My phone buzzed again, Aunt Carol for the 6th time. Watch this. I put it on speaker. Jack, about that video, it wasn't what it looked like. Looked pretty clear to me. We were just venting. Everyone does it. So you regularly gather to call me a disappointment? No, we love you, Jack. I swallowed hard. Yeah, okay. I guess everyone needs to blow off steam. Thank you for understanding. Your parents are hosting a family reunion in 3 weeks. Wouldn't miss it, I lied. After hanging up, Ellie slow clapped. Oscar-worthy performance. At work, my coworker Marcus noticed my distraction. Rough weekend? I filled him in. Before design, I worked at a law firm. In our state, one-party consent laws mean you can legally record conversations if you're participating. So I could catch them trash-talking me again? Exactly. I've got a recording app that's better than your phone's, less noticeable. That night, Mom called. Still at that small design place? Uncle Robert might have connections at bigger agencies. Really? Interesting. He just landed SportsFlex with that brilliant logo. My logo. Good for him. We're having a family reunion on the 15th. I'll be there. Wonderful. We miss you. Miss you too, I said, recording every word. After hanging up, I started a document. Family evidence. Then I emailed Uncle Robert's client. I'm a graphic designer whose work was stolen by Robert Williams. I have original files with creation dates to prove it. Family reunion on the 15th? Perfect timing. 2 weeks before the reunion, I started recording every interaction with my family. Uncle Robert called about some exciting opportunity at his firm. I've been thinking, Jack, we could use someone with your style for our junior clients. Junior clients? You know, the smaller accounts. Nothing major. Perfect for your level of experience. I swallowed my pride. Tell me more. Well, we'd start you at entry level, of course. Maybe even an internship. An internship I've been designing professionally for 3 years. But not at a real agency, right? This could be your big break. Meanwhile, Sportsflex had responded to my email. Their marketing director wanted to meet. I forwarded them my original files, including my dated sketches. The next day, I met Tyler at a bar downtown. Megan's ex wasn't my biggest fan during their relationship, but apparently, he had a score to settle, too. Your cousin's a piece of work. Tyler nursed his beer. Did you know she was cheating on me with her professor? For grades? Seriously? Yeah, and your Uncle Robert? He knew. Even encouraged it. Said it was networking. That tracks. I've got texts where she brags about it. Also, some interesting stuff about your family's finances. What kind of stuff? Your dad's business isn't doing as well as they pretend. They're leveraged to the eyeballs. Robert's been keeping them afloat. I leaned forward. In exchange for what? Robert gets to play big shot, your dad kisses his ass, and they all pretend they're better than everyone else. Classic small-town royalty bullshit. The next day, Mom called. Jack, sweetie, I hate to ask, but we're in a bit of a bind this month. Could you maybe help out? Just a small loan? How small? 2,000? We'll pay you back after your father's deal closes next month. I nearly choked. 2 grand? After calling me a disappointment? I'll see what I can do. You're such a good boy, so reliable, unlike some people. 20 minutes after hanging up, Marcus's app pinged. Mom had accidentally pocket-dialed me while talking to Dad. Can't believe he fell for it. We'll be able to cover Megan's car payment at least. Did he sound suspicious? Dad's voice was faint. No, he's clueless as always. So eager for approval. I felt sick but kept listening. We still telling him about the reunion speech? Dad asked. God, no. He'd just embarrass himself. We'll say the schedule changed. I had all I needed. That weekend, I spent hours editing videos, compiling recordings, and organizing evidence of Uncle Robert's plagiarism. I even found 3 other designs he'd stolen from me. Ellie and Marcus helped me rehearse what I'd say at the reunion. You sure about this? Ellie asked. Once you do this, there's no going back. They've had decades to be decent human beings. I'm done waiting. I called Mom the day before the reunion. Hey, I'd like to say a few words at the reunion. Maybe after dinner? Oh, that's unexpected. What about just some thoughts on family? It's important to me. Well, I suppose we could squeeze you in before your father's toast. Perfect. And is it okay if I bring a couple friends, Ellie and someone from work? Of course, honey, the more the merrier. As I hung up, I plugged my phone into my laptop and added the final clip to my presentation. Everything was ready. Tomorrow, they'd all learn exactly what kind of disappointment I could be. Ellie and Marcus flanked me as we walked into my parents' backyard. The family reunion was in full swing. Aunts, uncles, cousins I hadn't seen in years, all mingling under string lights. You good? Ellie squeezed my arm. Never better. Mom spotted us and rushed over. Jack, you made it! She hugged me like nothing was wrong. And these must be your friends. This is Ellie and Marcus. They're excited to meet everyone. Perfect timing. We're about to serve dinner. Robert's been asking for you. Sure enough, Uncle Robert approached, champagne in hand. The prodigal nephew. How's the design world treating you? Actually, it's going great. I just landed a big client. Oh, anyone I'd know? You might. We'll talk about it during my speech. Dinner was torture. Fake smiles, hollow compliments, and Megan bragging about her MBA. Finally, Dad clinked his glass. Before my toast, Jack has a few words for us. I connected my laptop to their TV as family members watched curiously. Marcus gave me a thumbs up from the back. I've been thinking a lot about family lately, I began, especially what we say to each other's faces versus behind their backs. I pressed play. The first clip was Aunt Carol's video. Gasps rippled through the room as my family watched themselves call me a disappointment. That's out of context, Mom sputtered. Is it? Let's continue. Next came Mom's pocket dial about using my loan for Megan's car, followed by recordings of Uncle Robert belittling me while offering an internship. And here's my personal favorite. I played side-by-side comparisons of my original designs next to Robert's work for Sportsflex. This is ridiculous. Uncle Robert stood up. You can't prove. Actually, I can. Creation dates, email trails, everything. Sports Flex's marketing director was very interested. An older man in the corner cleared his throat. That would be me, James Wilson, Sports Flex CEO. The color drained from Uncle Robert's face. James, I didn't realize. Save it, Robert. Consider our contract terminated. The room erupted. Dad pushed through the chaos. Jack, this is just a misunderstanding. We can fix this. Like you fixed my broken tablet while buying Megan a MacBook, or like you fixed my college fund by spending it on your failing business? Mom was crying now. We're your parents. You can't do this. Watch me. Aunt Beatrice, Dad's oldest sister, stood up. I always knew something was off with how you treated Jack. Count me out of future gatherings. Others followed her lead, while some defended my parents. The perfect family facade crumbled in real time. Uncle Robert lunged for my laptop, but Marcus intercepted him. That's assault, buddy. Want to add that to your problems? I turned to the room one last time. For anyone who actually cares about me, my contact info won't change. For the rest of you, don't call, don't text, don't email. Outside, I finally breathed freely. That felt incredible, Ellie suggested. Liberating. 6 months later, my new design studio opened downtown. Ellie managed our client relationships, Marcus handled the legal side, and I created the work I'd always wanted to make. Sports Flex's campaign was our anchor client, with James personally recommending us to others. My phone buzzed with a text from Mom. Please talk to us. We miss you. I deleted it without responding. On my desk sat an invitation to Aunt Beatrice's Thanksgiving dinner, family I actually wanted to see. Sometimes the family you're born with isn't the family you need. I finally understood that, and I'd never felt less like a disappointment. That's the end of... My aunt accidentally sent me a video of my family calling me a complete disappointment. Would you cut off toxic family members completely like Jack did? Or do you believe in giving second chances no matter what they've done? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this revenge story, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about standing up to toxic people. New videos every week.